So pardon those that don't receive the appreciation they should, especially my sister Angela, and especially especially the biological one, and maybe whatever. If you have if it feels like a preoccupation with keep me in the avatar, keeping the body alive, disproportionately to not just the quality of life, but to the quality of awareness and actual consciousness remaining in the body, then I'm sorry, I don't give you the thanks nor the and I don't quite trust you. Sorry, because that assumes I have to not only assume I have to be here, it assumes I'm dependent on this realm, I'm dependent on this body, and that that inherently we are prisoners. It ain't just about a fear of death. It's just an extreme preoccupation with keeping me in the avatar with no verifiable, justifiable reason, when I have no responsibilities but staying in this goddamn avatar and being a cog to perpetuate the destruction of in the slave system and perpetuate the slavery itself. I'm just saying, if you don't have children, you don't have a spouse, you don't have. You have no excuse. You cannot make yourself go. At some point, your time's going to run out on making yourself fit into this system. You just cannot do it. And so I'm sorry if you just have an absurd preoccupation with keeping me in the avatar and nothing else, and no apparent reason, and the only alternative is either engaging my biological baseline whoredom, whether it's for profit or not, that's even more disgusting and untrustworthy. Sorry, anyone who knows me should know what. Especially certain things not to say if you claim to know me. Oh, so, I know my biological sister don't get the thanks that she deserves for keeping this avatar alive, but I've had those in my life that are just that's their only preoccupation. They don't care how. When I'm emitting death, even when I'm like emitting fear, which I didn't know, and that's completely all my fault, 100% me. When I became a fear radiator, still having an unjustified obsession with keeping me in the avatar when it definitely wasn't justified then, I do not know. I cannot inherently trust you because. It's at some point it's not responsible to let your avatar run amok, as others are kind of keep claiming I've guaranteed them you don't run a marathon to make sure your body can't do what people are claiming it did do. That's the best way I can put it. So there you go. What I run the marathon for is to be bitch slapped with lies. That's something that just audaciously exhausted myself for because I didn't know what else to do. Something I didn't understand, not fear. I just didn't understand. I had to. It was a protocol. It was a safety protocol. Safety protocol. Safety protocol. I don't want to describe too much. I just don't. I've never been personal on YouTube. I've never used that platform. I thought truth was relevant. I thought the day of all this connection, there would be truth would be emanate. Truth would be not praise, but just at least the child. The child comes to you and says the sky's blue, and you're like, oh, you're right. And you kind of humor them. Because you already knew the sky was blue, but the child comes to you and tells you it's blue. It's like, oh, they know the sky's blue. That's so cute. And so I always feel like that. Especially now, everyone knows, and I'm just like, I'm telling you, I feel like that. I'm stating the obvious. To what degree, and I never know whether I am or not, but it's just no one verified anything. If we've moved on, seriously, if we moved on, then why are we not verifying that we moved on? You can't, you're not getting it. That's what they would want us to do, is to shift consciousness and leave the children behind. So that's not a viable There's a solution or acceptable conclusion. We will verify that no conscience is left behind, or we're not moving on. Who says? The nobodies. So with authority, I always speak from is them. That's what I meant about the attorney thing. I don't speak. There'd be no emotion. I can't get fired up coming from a position of authority, assumed authority, or power. But as a spokesman for the prey, for the nobodies, yeah, that'll give me a little incentive. And I will speak with authority because they have the authority. They're nobodies. They have the rights. So, yeah, whatever. So, I mean, I don't say, I just keep feeling prodded. I keep being told one thing, and then the physical actions in the environment or just go completely opposite of the words I just heard. And I'm like, I don't know what, and I beg people to stop. And now it's, I see, what I didn't want to, evidence is on the internet. In my small circle of people I know, and the almost nobody watches my videos, because why would they? I mean, what I'm gonna do? I'm just like, here, I'm gonna watch that flower and that light in the background, and there's a fan turning up there. What an elaborate. Look at that. He turned. I mean, like, why would I get it? Okay, I'm gonna numb is one thing. I can't whine because I'm just trying to tell you, like, feeling dead. It's nothing I've been morbidly depressed for years when I drank alcohol, and that was part of it. And when I stopped, I realized, suicide wasn't a daily thought. After I stopped drinking 3, 4, 5 nights a week. So, like, made sense how the president, they had revealed that the actual depressant alcohol actually is. Of course, again, sold in the stores, and again, I shouldn't even walk to the mailbox right now, but I guarantee if I go to a store, there's alcohol and money being exchanged, of course, being slapped in the face again. So let's accept that, I've already told you how to stop exchanging money. I mean, I'm just like, I don't say with authority, like, I'm coming from the nobody perspective. Like, guys, you got to stop exchanging money, because when I'm 13, I ran away from home, and within 48 hours, I was picked up by a trafficker, which is a pimp, which is a slave owner. And they sodomized me for like 10 to 14 days until my eyes went blank. And they knew I wasn't going to run away. And now I'm just a shell without a consciousness in it. You might want to stop exchanging money. In fact, you're going to, whether you like it or not.